Indians are the true Coloradans, meaning they have lived in Colorado longer than any other people, including the Arapaho and Cheyenne. After living here for centuries, they were the last tribe in Colorado to be defeated and put on reservations. Here to celebrate our state's oldest residents is our state's newest state historian, Tom Noel, better known as Dr. Colorado. Good to see you.
Great to be here, Denise.
So tell me a little bit more about the new Ute Indian Museum. It's just arrived in Montrose.
Right, it's a great new museum. It was actually an old museum, which is a standard concrete box, but they brought Ute Indians in to help design this and change it. Isn't that a colorful design?
Oh, that's beautiful. And it's a unique museum compared to the rest across the country, right?
Right, you saw the teepee out front, and in that design, the colors and whatnot are done by the Utes.
Wow.
It's their museum.
That really is beautiful. It's gorgeous. Who are the best known Native Americans?
I think by far Chipeta and Uray. Uray, the best known one in the state of Colorado, and his wife Chipeta. Isn't this a great photograph of them?
Yeah, that's a great photo. Gosh, you come up with the best stuff. So I would imagine then Uray, Colorado, was it named after the chief?
Right, the town and the county, and nearly every big city in Colorado has a Uray street.
Now this next picture I want to take a look at, it has a bear dance. Tell us, why is it unique and why was it so important to the Utes?
A lot of Indians do the sun dance, but this is peculiar to the Utes, the bear dance. And what's happening here, if you see a little guy in the middle of that, he's been captured by bears. He refused to go down to the valley and camp with the people. He said, I'm going to stay up in the high country all year long. And sure enough, a she-grizzly grabbed him in. I want to put this delicately, had her way with him all winter long.
Oh my gosh, Dr. Colorado. Woo, I didn't know history could be so spicy. Tell me about the wiki-ups. Are they like teepees or
Well,
what?
let's go back to the bear dance first of all. Then they emerge in the spring when bears come out of hibernation, and that's when they time to do the bear dance is in the spring, the same time the bears are coming out to pick a mate.
Sure, after she's had her way all winter long. Right. Naughty bear. Okay, wiki-ups.
Wiki-ups, there are about 300 of them. They've done a straight study of these at History Colorado. Here's one. And these were kind of temporary shelters, often for hunting, but in the winter you could put bear skins or robes or something over them and cover them up.
To make it quite warm in there during the winter months.
And you know, there's few traces of the Utes left around. This is about the only thing we come across is these wiki-ups.
Oh, so there are still wiki-ups left in Colorado?
Yeah, there's several up in Rocky Mountain National Park and around, a lot of them on the western slope.
And are they protected?
Yeah, they're hoping to, and one way they do it is to move them out of popular avenues to kind of hide them back in the woods.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, so this is new. I've heard of petroglyphs, but I've never heard of pictographs. Yeah. What's the difference between the two?
A petroglyph would be with a rock carving something into the rock. Pictograph would be using a soft stone with red, yellow color in it, kind of a painting as opposed to a...
So we're looking there, is that a pictograph?
That is, and if you look very, very closely here, you'll see that men in all cultures have been inclined to brag.
That's hilarious, even way back then.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what we could learn from them, but I guess that's pretty much it, huh? That's funny. Where's the best place if we want to go study and learn more on the Utes today?
Well, right now at the History Colorado, 1200 Broadway, they have a fabulous exhibit on Utes where they interviewed a lot of Utes. The Utes tell their story in their own words. And there's some great artifacts like this little cradle board. Did you bring up Austin with one of these?
Oh gosh, could you imagine? Woo! Are there any other museums dedicated to the Utes?
Yeah, the Southern Utes are doing very well down at Ignacio. Here's their Southern Ute Museum and Cultural Center, designed by an Indian with a teepee in the middle of it.
It's fascinating. Thank you for our history lesson today, Dr. Colorado. I learned a lot, and you can learn more about the Utes and other Colorado tribes at Dr. Colorado's State Historian's address, Rethinking Colorado's Native American Heritage at History Colorado. Now, this takes place on Monday, June 17th at 1 p.m. and again at 7 p.m. Reserve your spot right now. Call this number. It's 303-866-2394. The cost is $11, $9 for members, and $7 for students.